Hey guys, it's Armena, your favorite curvy sewist, and welcome back to my channel. So I hope you all are doing well, and if this is your first time here, welcome in. It's a pleasure to have you. So I want to share with you guys something that's really meaningful to me, and that's something that I've really been focusing on starting 2025, a little bit of into 2024, and that's focusing more on African American pattern designers and supporting their works and what they do and their sews, because there's some incredible pattern designers out there of color that are making some really nice patterns, and I didn't realize that there was so many until I really started getting into finding them, exploring them, and creating them. So we're gonna get into the details as usual. So you know what time it is before we go there, right? Don't forget, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, like, share, comment, and turn on your notifications so you don't miss any future videos. Now let's get into the details of what I have made from some African American pattern designers, what I want to make from some up and coming pattern designers, and also where you can find a comprehensive list of African American pattern designers that you can go to, you could look at, and you could explore different people's sites, patterns, and pick some that you'll enjoy too. Now let's get into the details. Let's go. So, first of all, is the reason why I'm adjusting my camera. My first exposure to pattern making in the world of sewing was by a very beautiful, talented, wonderful woman who was an inspiration and still is an inspiration and motivation in my life. My grandma. My grandmother, I shared a little of this before along the way in different bits and pieces of different times I posted on social media, just little bits and blurbs. But I learned to sew from my grandmother, who was a self-taught sewist, who sewed 90% of her wardrobe and wore it all. Like, she was me made in life. She wore all of her garments all the time. She made clothing for other people as well, and she also did alterations at the local cleaners in our neighborhood. She taught sewing classes and pattern drafting, pattern grading, pattern making classes at the senior citizen center in our local community as well. So my first exposure to pattern making was from my grandma, Golden Jones. So I say that to say that along the way there have been so many different pattern designers that I have been exposed to, who I am continue to be exposed to, and I'm looking to see more from them in the future because they have made some incredible patterns, and I want to share some of those with you today. So this is just a little snippet before we move on of my grandma teaching a pattern making class. I laugh and I giggle because I love that picture, and it's just my attachment to sewing is because of what I learned from my grandmother, how she taught it to me, and how I have implemented it into my life throughout my life. But I don't want to get too off track. That's a totally another video, so let's stick on topic. Now, pattern designers. I'm going to mention several pattern designers to you of color that I admire, I respect. I have sewn their patterns. I want to sew their patterns again in the future. And there's more than that out there. So any people that I don't mention today, any pattern designers that you know of that I don't mention today or that you don't locate in the resources that I show you today, drop them in the comments, because the list that is out there can be expanded, and I am always looking to find other African American pattern designers that I can tap into and support and enjoy the creativity that they're sharing with the sewing community. So, who do I want to share first? You know me, guys. I'm a nerd, so I made a list. Yeah, I made a sewing pattern designer creators list. But it's just a short list. It's just a list of pattern designers that I have sewn already, and that a few of them that are on my up and coming sewing table, because I literally have their patterns already packed up with fabric choices, and I'm going to cut them out soon. So that's the pattern designs that I'm going to share you. And then also in this video, I'm going to share with you where you can get a list of pattern designers that are African American, where you can tap into and you can seek some designs and some sewing patterns of your own that you might want to create and sew. That list comes from Sew Natural Dane, and she is known as Sew Natural Dane, I believe, across all social platforms: YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. And Sew Natural Dane is a wonderful presence in the sewing community. She has a contest every year that is geared towards pattern makers of color, and us just getting out there more exposed, making clothes, supporting each other, supporting African American pattern designers within the community. She's a big contest that she has every year. She also has a wonderful sewing retreat every year that I heard is wonderful, and I will be looking into for 2026, because I just found out about it in 2025 and it was too late until I saw everybody posed up. Ooh, we have but now I know, so I will be planning for 2026. So Natural Dane has a list on her website, and her website, by the way, I believe is www.sewnaturaldane.com. And if you go to that website, there is a page there, I believe it's the pattern, I think it's the Black Pattern Makers Contest or something like that, is one of her pages. And on that page, if you scroll down, you will see where she has a list of pattern designers that are of color. There are quilters there are garment pattern designers, there are bag and accessory designers there as well. So check it out. It is a wonderful list. Don't worry about jotting that down now. You know, any details that I share with you today, the details will be down in the description. So I will be sharing a link to Sew Natural Dane, so you can check out that list on her website. And please follow her across all social media, because she's doing some fabulous things in the sewing community. She is also a rep for a lot of different sewing pattern companies. She makes beautiful creations and sews. And of course, she's a curvy girl, so you know she's on my team. Ooh. So anyway, look her up. Follow her social medias. Stay tapped in, because when she has contests and different things coming up, news about her retreat, her contest, you want to be tapped in. So look out for whatever Sew Natural Dane is doing, because I'm sure it's going to be something amazing. And if you happen to be a person of color who is out there making your own patterns, email her, hit her up, let her know, hey, how do I get on your list? How do I get added to your list? And see, you know, what steps you can take to get yourself connected to a community of people that are out here trying to support you. Okay, so my first person I would like to get to, and these people go in no special order. I don't have a special order of like, oh, I like this person more or that person more. The list doesn't go like that. The list is basically going to go the way I wrote it down. And the first person I wrote on the list, specifically the first person I wrote on the list, is because it's the only male pattern designer that presently I have been connecting with in the sewing community and enjoying creating their pattern and looking forward to them coming out with their own patterns. I'm just saying, I'm speaking into the atmosphere. I don't know if this is what he's doing, but Julian Creates has his own pattern company. That's what I'm thinking about having in the future. And when he gets one, y'all, if he comes out with one, y'all, come back to my video and put some comments back there. Be like, y'all told you told me. Because I think he should, if he hasn't already thought about doing it. He is a wonderful presence in the sewing community. He has made and he has designed several patterns for simplicity, for McCall's Know Me pattern line. Mimi G's I'm not going to say independent because it's part of the big five, but Mimi G created that dynamic of McCall's patterns, and it's known as Know Me patterns, and he has created several wonderful patterns for that company. I will pop them up somewhere here so you can see various patterns that he has created. And just in general, Julian is a wonderful person in the sewing community. I have had the pleasure to sew with him on sew-alongs and just interact with him. And he's so down to earth, so knowledgeable. And one of the things I like about Julian as a creator in the community, and I like to gain knowledge from people of color in the community that I can connect with and I can learn from. And he is so professional when it comes to making a polished, tailored outfit. Someplace where I am weak. If people who know me when I sew for myself, it's how many patterns, how many pieces is it? How long is it going to take to make? Can I make it in one day? Like, I don't like long sewing projects, but I am trying to grow. I kid you not, I'm trying to grow and I'm trying to get better. So one of the things that Julian has brought out of me is the fact to want to perfect your sews, take them to another level. And I don't know why I'm like that, because I grew up in like the 80s with Dapper Dan and all these different people came out and it was into like the precision and the precise and getting the, you know, more GQ and polish and tailored looks. Somewhere along the line, I fell under the radar. Now, don't get me wrong, when I used to be a sewist for other people, which I do not do anymore, I used to do 1000% tailored detail projects, which I kind of feel like why I don't like doing them for myself. But I'm trying to get back into that. So I've been getting back into making shirts. Thanks to Julian, I was able to create one of his patterns. It's a no-me's pattern. I'll pop it up some here so you can see it. And when I tell you, I really enjoyed making that. I really did. And one of the things I liked, he showed me how to do the set-in pockets with zippers, something that I never did before because I don't really do a lot of tailored, more male patterns. Because first of all, men's patterns are hard, guys. Not saying they're hard, but a lot of details in a lot of men's project. Like, people just sleep on how much details goes into like a suit or a tailored shirt or a tailored pair of pants. But I mean, it's not something that's not doable, right? It's just me dedicating the time. I have the skill set. It's just I'd rather just throw something together and wear it and go outside. But he is giving me a higher appreciation to want to go into really tailoring my garments more. He just had a contest not too long ago. Everything was tailored for me. It's part of like the whole Black Dandy series where he created this fabulous waistcoat from like a Gucci inspired fabric, and his just whole outfit, his whole look was just, it was just nice. I'm gonna drop social media handles for all of the people I talk about today, if I have access to it, down in the comments. So if you can, please check out Julian on TikTok, Instagram, and I believe he has a presence here on YouTube too. A lot of times he comes on here and he does lives where he's doing a tailored shirt. He is the professor of button-down shirts. If you want to know how to do a button-down shirt, you want to know how to do a placket, you want to know how to do a collar, better hit up Julian because he will show you what to do. So that is my first person that I want to highlight is Julian of Julian Creates. Check him out on social media. Like I said, I will drop details below so that you can hit him up. And we are going to move on to the next person now. The next person on my list that I want to talk about is Brittany Jones. Brittany Jones is another person who has been a part of the Big Five. Julian's also presently part of the Big Five, as I already said, and I'm speaking into the atmosphere. I hope he makes his own indie line because I think he's an incredible designer, and I just would love to see more from him, especially with all this stuff going on with the Big Five. I would hate for him to disappear from the world of creating patterns and designs. So the next person I want to talk about is Brittany Jones, who has made a lot of patterns. Before she got involved with Nomi, she was doing sewing patterns with Mimi G on Simplicity. So she's another person of color who I have seen in the sewing world. I have made her patterns. I enjoy buying her patterns. I like her patterns because they're usually patterns that are curvy girl friendly. So I definitely have a few things I made from her. I have a few things I want to make again in the future from her. But yeah, I like that she makes really nice dresses. Her dresses are usually flowy and they usually are made from fabrics that I like denims and knits and some wovens. But I really like the fact that she makes things that are curvy girl friendly, and they usually fit really nice. I haven't had too many problems with like fit adjustments or anything like that with her patterns. I like her style as well. I think she has a nice little funky style, the way that she dresses, because you know, when you buy patterns from somebody, you want to kind of like what they're doing. You don't want to just buy patterns. Like, I'm not telling you guys to go out there and buy patterns from creators because they are of color and I'm just going to buy their patterns. No, I'm not saying that, because there are a lot of people out there that make patterns and they're not necessarily my taste. But, you know, I try to pick the ones that are my taste and I make those. And I'm realizing, especially this year, that there's so many people out there of color making patterns that I didn't know was out there. I didn't even know they was out there making patterns. So yeah, but this is Brittany Jones is one of them. Again, this is the people that I know of that are of the big five, that are making patterns. Now another person who I really like who makes sewing patterns is Aaronica B Cole. Now I was introduced to Aaronica on YouTube, I think. I don't know if I saw her first attached to things that Mimi G was doing, or did I see her on YouTube first? I can't remember what came first, the chicken or the egg? The egg or the chicken? I don't know. But they say that because in my mind, didn't the chicken come first and then the egg? I don't know. But anyway, I love Aaronica B Cole because I am a curvy girl. I have said that. I say it to start all of my YouTube videos, right? And I say that to say that I am a curvy girl. I am in the plus size realm. And Aaronica B Cole was one of the first females in the sewing world that I saw doing something different. And that was embracing her shape, making clothes that looked cute, not something that was like oversized and smocked. And let's be real, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know about now, it has been a little better, but back in my day, because I'm an OG, a lot of the things was like, oh, smocky, cover this up, cover that up because you're a certain size. There wasn't so much form fitting. It wasn't so much people out there embracing the fact that just because I have curves doesn't mean that I can't wear certain things. And when I noticed Aaronica B Cole came out, I just have so much respect for her because she helped me come out of my shell. Because, you know, I had my times when I was like, oh, I'm going to wear, you know, this way because it covers this, so wear this and wear that way. Now, I'm not talking about out there showing all your bits in the street, right? But I'm talking about the fact that if I have hips and I want to wear a form-fitting skirt, then I have hips and I'm going to wear a form-fitting skirt. And that's coming from me. As I say, I'm her senior, but who said we can't learn from those that are from the younger generation? And her boldness, and when she came out with her patterns and the designs that were coming behind her, I don't know if they were her designs, somebody else's designs, but whoever's designs they were, me seeing them on her made me say, I want to wear me some more form-fitting dresses. I want to wear some pants and some slacks like that fit with the nice waistband. And, you know, I can wear a bell leg pants and not feel bad about it and wear it with a tank top. I can wear a bathing suit and a wrap and look cute in it. Like, I felt so wonderful just seeing people I could identify with looking nice, dressed tastefully, dressed cute, still looking sexy, because I'm not grandma yet. Like, I'm not there. And I even think when I get to grandma, I'm just gonna be one of them grandmas. You see my grandma, I'm just saying. My grandma, may she rest in peace, was a dresser. She did not slack in any way, and that was all the way till her last day. And that's how I want to be. But yes, Aaronica B Cole. I think so far I've made 3 of her garments. Two of them are Nomi patterns, I think. No, one is a Simplicity Mimi G pattern, which I didn't take pictures of. One is a Nomi pattern that I will pop up here. And another one is a new pattern that she just designed for Made for Mermaids that I can tell you I loved making that pattern. And I like the style of it, and the dress just fell on my hips. I love Made for Mermaids. They're not in this umbrella right now, but you can get that pattern because Aaronica B Cole is a pattern designer, and she designed that pattern. So pick up that pattern. It's called the Bow, and Aaronica B Cole designed it. Yeah, and this is the dress I made from it. So yeah, she's another person who I love in the sewing arena. Another person that I have been introduced to quite recently is Raven Maureen. Raven Maureen is another Know Me pattern creator that I have gotten accustomed to and looking at her styles. She makes a wonderful tuxedo style shirt with a pant that is really nice and very popular in the Know Me pattern world. And it's because it's that crossover, you know, that play with soft and hard, male and female. And it's really nice. And I believe the time when she did come out with it, I didn't really see anybody else out there with anything like that. So I was really glad when I had the opportunity to sew with her, along with another creative in the sewing world, Shamir, another wonderful creative in the sewing world, who invited me to join her live, and we all sewed that shirt along with Anna J, and we made Raven Maureen's shirt. And of course Raven took another level, and she made the shirt and she made her pants, and she showed them on Instagram, and it was a wonderful fit. Again, I will be dropping handles for all of these people down here if I have them. So check her out. She's coming out with a new pattern, I believe, very soon. It's a dress pattern. I heard it's going to be amazing. So look for her because it's supposed to be coming out. And she has other patterns on the Know Me, on the Big Five. I don't know how long they're going to be around, so grab the Big Five while you can. Anyway, I digress. We're focusing on Raven. Pick up her pattern. Okay. So another pattern designer that I have really fallen for in her designs. She has 3 patterns out, I believe. But the 2 that I am highlighting today is one is called the Mini Sweatshirt, and the other one is called the Monica Dress. And both of these come to us from Fashion Therapy Patterns, Jessica. And she makes beautiful patterns, very thoughtful, and she thinks about the female body, how I can make you look cuter than cute. And then she throws it into a pattern and she throws it at us. When the Mini Sweatshirt came out, I thought it was really nice for 2 reasons. She created a sweatshirt, she put it out there, and she said, hey, this is the sweatshirt, this is how I made it, but I want to see what you do with it. Throw your creative twist on it. And I love that. She created a garment that allowed the sewing community to go crazy. And I've seen so many people put a different spin on this sweatshirt. And you would think it's a sweatshirt with bows. When I first saw it, I was like, it's a sweatshirt with bows. But then once I saw everybody popping out with their ideas, this person used this many bows and they put them here. And then this person made this many bows and they put them there. And I was like, oh, people's really freaking this. They really doing something with this. So, and I love that. I love that, right? Because us as creatives, we want the creative juices to flow. And I'm a hacker. And I can't say I'm a hacker because I want to be a hacker. But by the way, I'm an ambassador in the 2025 hackathon this year. Boop! Yeah, I plugged myself. Yeah, I'm plugging myself. So anyway, I'm a hacker. So when she said that, I thought that was great. Because I just, my creativity started flowing. How can I hack that pattern to make it my own? I think she made it with a pair of, she has the mini sweatshirt and there's a accompanying pair of sweatpants that goes with that sweatshirt. But I'm not really into sweatpants. I don't wear pants a lot. It's rare that I wear pants. When I do wear pants, it's usually leggings, and I'm either going to the gym or I'm wearing with a tunic top. So I didn't make the sweatpants. I just made the sweatshirt, but I needed something to go with the sweatshirt. So I made a skirt, a self-drafted skirt to go with it, and I threw some bows on it. So I mean, that sew was so fun because it allowed me to use my creativity. And then here we come again. I haven't done it yet, but now she has the Monica dress. Now I haven't made the Monica dress yet, right? But I have my pattern. It is on my cutting table. These are one of the patterns that's on the table getting ready to be chopped up, right? I did the mini. I conquered the mini. I love my mini, right? I made a sweatshirt and I made a self-drafted skirt. But now I want to do the Monica dress. And when I tell you it's all the buzz in the sewing community. This dress is a halter top dress, and then it's long, maxi length, or you can make it knee length, or if you're daring enough and you got the legs, make it a little mini. It's up to you. You could always make it shorter, but it has zippers up the front. You know I love a dramatic moment, and when I saw that pattern, when she was just throwing out sketches, I was like, baby, come through, because it's so cute, and the zippers. Let me tell you, when I was younger, I had a skirt that I made. And I think when I was younger, the end thing was they had the skirts with the zipper up the front and it was leather. And then, or they had the skirts with the zipper up the back and it was leather. And my mother was not trying to buy that for me. She was not trying to buy me that skirt. She was not trying to buy it. Even in the pleather version, she wasn't getting it. So you know, I got my hands on my own pleather. I got my hands on my own zipper, and I made me one of those skirts. When I tell you, I wore that skirt till the zipper was almost falling out. Anyway, I'm looking forward to making that Monica dress. I'm trying to think of a way that I could even. I'm trying to think of a way I could even change that. But like, I seen people who made it who didn't do the zippers, but they used piping in the place of the zippers. I've seen people who've done it and they did laces on it. Like, people have been, like, I love her patterns because she always expresses to whoever gets her patterns, let me see your version. Let me see your flow. Let me see how you're going to change it up. I think it's some kind of wording in her pattern that actually says, now let me see your creation or how you create it or your twist or whatever like that. But I think that's so nice that there's room to do that with those patterns. I mean, let's be honest. You can do it with any pattern, right? But when you have patterns with those little different moving parts, it's easy to kind of like, I can put colorful zippers in the front. I can put one zipper and change it if I want to, you know. You can put two zippers like the pattern calls for, but you can shorten the dress. Like, it's just so many ways you could vary it to make it look super cute. So that is another dress. That is another beautiful person of color in the community that is creating. So check her out. Again, it will be below. Now, another creative that I have on my list, and like I said, this list is not going in order, is Mote It Be. Renee of Mote It Be is a handbag designer. She has designed a caftan as well, but her main thing that she really focuses on, she pours all her energy into, is making, designing handbags, and she also does custom handbags. If you do not want to get into handbag making, but you admire somebody who makes you a quality bag, Renee is your go-to. She makes really pretty, really nice quality handbags that you can purchase if you want to as custom, or if you're daring enough to step into the sewing world, you can get one of her handbag patterns and you can make it by yourself. Or if you want extra support and help, Renee also has a Patreon that you can join. That's $10 a month, which is nothing. Like, let's be real. $10 a month is like Chinese food on a Thursday. For you to learn a skill that you're going to have with you for the rest of your life, it's more than worth it. And she drops a new pattern every year that goes to the group first. She has sew-alongs within her Patreon to show you how to do and construct these bags and things. If it's any little extra bells and whistles for some of the bags, they're sometimes just exclusive to the group. You also get a 20%, I think, off discount for new patterns and new items that come out associated with bag making in the group. So it's more than worth it. But I've made her bag, the Shamir bag, who is named after Shamir. Shamir Creates in the sewing community. Let me stop hating on Shamir, but I want a bag named after me too. Okay, so she made the Shamir bag pattern that everybody, I think I've seen so many people make this bag in so many versions. And I think Renee is such a talented creative. And like I said, and the thing that I've noticed about most of these people on this list that have mentioned so far is, and I can speak to, is I've gotten the opportunity to interact with them on social media in some way or some fashion. And they're so welcoming and they're so down to earth. And they're so wanting to teach and share their creativity and their gift with you. And I like that. And Renee is no exception. She has made the Shamir bag. She makes the Anshun. She has the Anari wallet. She has the Ariana biker bag. Woo! That bag is butter. And I'm so scared to make it. But the bag is beautiful. And she has the Carmen Weekender that just came out. I'm sure I'm forgetting some other things that she made because she has a lot of them. She also does notebook covers. She does key fobs. She does keychains. Like I said, she does custom bags. Like, she's just in these streets in that bag world doing her thing. So check her out. There's a lot of bag makers out there. And I think we need more people of color in the bag making world. There's a lot of bag making community, but I think we need to add a little color to it. With that being said, my next person I want to mention is Crafty Lanae. Crafty Lanae is another bag maker. She has made some beautiful bags. What was the name of her first bag? Oh my God, I made both of them. This is one. I think it's the Janice. I think. If you go to her webpage and you buy the pattern, then you know what the name of the pattern is. But she also has the Imani bag as well. She has that. Those are the two patterns. The Imani clutch and the crossbody is the Janice. And both of these bags are really cute. Again, a wonderful creative out there doing her thing in the community, rolling out her patterns and her designs, up and coming. I'm looking forward to seeing her next bag. I can't wait. I cannot wait to see what she comes up with next. But she's another creative in this community. She's always looking for testers. If you're looking to be a part of that whole platform of helping people test things, you could always keep an eye on her. Follow her social media and see if it's something that you want to get into and you want to help support. Now, the next person on my list is So Sophisticated Patterns, Nadia. She recently came out with the Hope dress, and I had the opportunity to be a tester for that pattern, but not only a tester, but I love this pattern. It's a pattern that you could dress up or down depending on what type of fabric you use with it. It's beautiful because of the exaggerated puff sleeves. That's something that I really like about this dress, and the fact that it, you know, it fits and hugs the curves if you adjust it to fit you in the right places. So this is another wonderful designer up and coming. Please support these people that I'm telling you about on this list because they are wonderful, amazing creatives out there in the creative world. And she also has, I believe, a shirt or a top that she's getting ready to come out with. Ooh, I don't know if I'm supposed to say that. Ooh, but she been throwing hits on social media, so I ain't said nothing wrong. Y'all just look out for her next thing when it comes out. It's So Sophisticated Patterns, and she is also on Instagram. I'm not sure if she's on the platform of TikTok, but she is on Instagram, and I will put her handle below. Another designer who is the creator of the Peplum Harmony belt is Malaria Designs, Aisha. And she created this peplum belt, and I believe she has a cape pattern as well. But she created the peplum that is the thing I became obsessed with, because I love accessories. I love accessorizing. I love ways to dress up, dress down. If I have a dress that's plain, I want to throw a cardigan over it. I want to throw a belt over it. I want to throw something with it. I want to jazz it up. I want to change it up. And I may wear it on Tuesday and then say, oh, shoot, I ain't doing no laundry. I ain't doing it. Let me wear it on Friday. And then I could throw something with it and change the whole dynamic. And that is what the Harmony Peplum Belt will do for you. First of all, the Harmony Peplum Belt is a pattern that you draft of your own. So it also gives you the ability to draft a pattern, because she gives you step-by-step directions how to do it. And what else I love about it is that you can make it your own. It does not have to be identical or look like anybody else's. Why? Because you're using your size, your measurements, and you're using the length and the dynamic that you want for your peplum belt. So I did mine in a mid-length. I didn't do too long or too short. And I use Ankara fabric to create it, but you can use denim, you can use leather. I've seen people make leather versions of this short. I've seen people make denim versions of this long. Other flowy fabrics, rayon. The good thing is you can use any soft, nice, flowy fabric. Looks beautiful, looks amazing with this peplum belt. And it's really a must-have, I think, because it's something that you can use in your wardrobe. You can use it to dress up or dress down the outfit. I've even seen people spin the same peplum into like a cape. So it's a versatile accessory that you can add to your wardrobe. And if you make it in different colors, different pattern designs of fabric, different flows of fabric, it's like that accessory. It's almost like the cardigan that you have in your closet. Because you can throw it over a pair of jeans, you can throw it over a dress, you can throw it over a skirt, and just keep it moving. And you just change up the whole flow of whatever's going on. It'll change it up. So another person to keep your eye out on and look for. And she has some other stuff that she just be self-drafting and putting out there, and I'll be like, I wish she make another pattern, because I know she made that from drafting it on her own. And she's a busy lady though, so I get it. And you could also catch her on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. here on YouTube. She does a sewing series with the Black Sewing Network, where she is on here on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. And I will drop her information so you can check her out on here. And you can check it out. I believe she's Bold Ass Mom on all platforms. Or she may be Maloria Designs on Instagram, and on here she may be Bold Ass Mom. And she's also very into health and fitness awareness as well. So she's another great person to follow on here on the YouTube platform. Get to know her better. Now, the next person I want to mention is another wonderful creative, and this is another one. This is another person. When I first started getting into more aware, or heightening my awareness of African American pattern designers, this happens to be one of the ones that I first noticed. The first, to be honest with you, 100% to be transparent, the first African American pattern designer that I ever bought a pattern for, besides Willie Smith, Willie Wear, because he had some for the Big Five. I did buy his patterns and I did use his patterns. I had some, and I'm so pissed because I bought his patterns and I gave them away, not even knowing what I had. Anyway, I know, we live, we learn. Don't judge me for my level up. I have a lot of sewing stuff that I had years ago that I did not value or even know the value of, and I let go of. But I get off the subject. I digress. Let's get back to what we was talking about. And this is the next person who I was talking about. Oh, I want to tell you the first person who I really got into. That was, I want to make sure I say it right, because there's somebody else on social media who has a similar name, and it's not them, it's her. It is Style Sew Me. Style Sew Me, I believe. She's no longer making patterns, but she was a pattern designer that came out years ago. I want to say maybe in the 90s into the 2000s, or maybe the early 2000s. And she was making some cute patterns. I made, if I can find the pictures on my hard drive, I will show you. I made 2 of her dresses, and one of her blazers. I think I own all of her patterns. But she was, and that was because I was happy to see a person of color making patterns. I was so excited. I was so excited. I was so excited. I went out and I bought every pattern she made. And that's not because not every pattern she made wasn't cute. Every pattern she came out with was cute. And I really liked everyone. And they were all size inclusive. You guys know how I feel about size inclusivity. And all of her patterns went up to, I believe, either they all went up to like a 4 or 5X, or they went up to like a 30. But yeah, she was my first one. My first person of color pattern was from her. Yeah. But the person I'm talking about after her that I noticed was Beaute J Adore. And that's when she had her daughter. I think her daughter was like a toddler at that age when she first came out. And I have her first pattern. Gosh, I wonder if I have it close by. It was the first pattern I got from her was, it was like a tunic top that went around here that had slits on the side and had some pants to go with it. And I remember when I made that pattern, I just thought I was so cute. I just knew I was the bomb. And I think it was a McCall's pattern. And I just thought I was the, I had that on. I had my little slits on the side. Yeah. But Beaute J Adore. She is another wonderful creative in the sewing world, a woman of color, and she has been creating incredible patterns over the year. She makes patterns for McCall's, and she also has her own pattern line, indie pattern line, which she creates from, and she makes beautiful patterns. I've made her dress. I don't know what the dress is called. Maybe it's just called puffy sleeve dress. She also has like a tunic top with a thing on the side that I've made. She also makes handbags, and I heard she's getting ready to come up with a high-end exclusive pattern line for handbags. So yeah, and she has some culotte shorts, I believe, or like a shorts, or I don't know if they're like culotte shorts or short shorts, or maybe you could adjust them to short shorts. She has a caftan pattern. She has a bunch of really nice patterns that you can check out if you are interested in them. And yeah, check her out, because I'm telling you, her patterns are really cute. They're really nice. She still has patterns on Know Me patterns. I'm sorry guys, but I'm hot. I said I was a woman of a certain age. So she has a beautiful coat pattern that I made. Oh, I made her trench coat. I made her trench coat from Know Me. She has like a nice tailored dress pattern. She has a lot of patterns. She has a nice puffy sleeve dress pattern. She has a lot, and that's on my cutting table too. I got a lot of things on my cutting table I need to actually cut and sew, and that's one of them. So check her out as well. Again, I will leave details to her website so that you can check her out, and also her social media, because she is on Instagram. Let's see who's next. Sorry guys, I had to go get some fan. It's hot in New Jersey today. This heat, and it's muggy. Whew, and I was not prepared for it. So back to my list. The next person I want to mention, the next few people I want to mention are people who I haven't made their patterns yet, but they are definitely on my radar. I already have purchased the patterns. They just haven't hit my cutting table yet. And that is Zesty Patterns. And that comes from Zesty African Fabrics Grace. And those patterns are really nice. Really nice. I believe she has 2 dress patterns, 2 shirt patterns, and a pants pattern. And they're all based from Ankara Fabrics, which she also has an amazing Ankara Fabrics store. It's online, so you guys can go online and buy fabrics from there if you want to. And Grace is so down to earth. If you have questions, you could just hit her up in DM and she will answer you. Is this in stock? Is that in stock? Are you going to get this again? And she will answer. She is on it, and she is very good with her customer service. And her patterns are super cute. I got her, I think it's the Xena top. And I can't wait to make it. It's a really cute top. And you know me, I'm going to pop pictures up here of the patterns. It's the Xena top, and it's really cute. It has a V front and back, I believe. And then also she has a pair of wide leg pants that is really nice. And she has this tunic that she wears in the pattern with the pants. I'm always like, when you gonna make a pattern for that top, Grace? So maybe she will, who knows? But it's a really nice tunic top. But then she has two other, she has another top pattern that's really cute. I don't remember the name of it though. And then I think I have her dress, I think it's called Obi or Obi. I can't remember the name of the dress pattern that I have. But it's a really cute dress, and it has like inset pockets in the side that are really cute. So yeah, check her out. Again, she is also, aside from being a pattern designer, she's also a wonderful, wonderful distributor of fabric. Now that's something that I would love to see more people of color get into, like their own fabric stores, their own online fabric that they sell, whether it be a brick and mortar or online, like their own, like not under somebody's umbrella of, you know, I mean, I'm not saying anything wrong with that, but I would love to see more people. That's something that we do not have. I feel like we don't have in the African American sewing world, is fabric distributors, like distributing the fabric from themselves, getting the profit to their pocket themselves for the whole the bulks of the fabric, everything is just theirs. I know a lot of times people have tried to start like subscription boxes and stuff like that. Because I get it, it's not easy to get into, but that's just something I would love to see, and I think it's amazing. Grace has shared her story a couple of times on her lives about how she got into doing it, and I just think it's great that she took that leap of faith and she put herself out there and support her business, because she is a small business owner and we need to support Black owned small businesses. All of these people who have their patterns out there, it's their business, right? Whether it be their main business or extension of something else or their side hustle, it's still their business. So let's support them all. The next design I would like to mention is Dee from Patterns by Dee. And Dee is a wonderful pattern designer who has made a lot of patterns. I have her sassy sweatsuit that I have not made yet, but it's definitely over there and needs to be cut out. It came back from the print shop maybe a month ago. I got it back from the print shop, because that's another thing. I got tired of cutting out all the little pieces of paper and taping them together. So I am a print shop girly, and if you want to see a nice video on print shop PDF purchasing, buying, storing, whatever, so Natural Dane, who I will be dropping her information below, just made a really nice video about buying PDF, about sending your PDF patterns off to get printed. And it's a really good video, and I think she came out with it at a good time, because with the Big Five disappearing, a lot of people are going to start gravitating to PDF patterns, and a lot of people don't want to print 50 pages when you can send it to the print shop and it comes back with 3. So yeah, check out her video, because she has a lot of wisdom in that video about PDF printing and patterns. And yeah, so Dee has the fancy flare dress. She has a jumpsuit. She has a kiss lock bag pattern. She has a lot of beautiful patterns on her site that you can check out and you can purchase. I am gonna make the sassy sweatsuit. I actually have the fabric for it already. I just have to cut out the pattern and get to sewing. But again, Dee is another wonderful creative in the community who's out there doing her thing. Beautiful patterns coming out all the time. I believe she has a call for testers right now for a cute short set that she's doing. It's super cute. It's like a cute, I think it has pleats. It almost looks like a tennis short. And the top that goes with it looks kind of like a vest type shirt, if that makes sense. You would probably have to see it to know what I'm talking about. So when I give you her information, follow her on Instagram. So yeah, check her out. Now, the last pattern creator that I have on my list is the Cultivated Curvy, and I hope I said that right. Yeah, I hope I said it right. But she has two patterns that I just got because I love both of the patterns. And I just got them back from the print shop last week. And one is the Anna dress. It's a cute dress, right? It's a little too short for me as is. But the wonderful thing is she created details in the pattern for you if you're not into a mini to make it longer. But I will be making the mini because I'm going to wear it. My first one I'm making is going to be a mini because I'm going to make it like a tunic that I wear with my leggings because I'm dying to wear it with some leggings in the summer with my sneakers and wear it to work. And when I go to work, a lot of times I do wear dresses, but if I wear dresses in the winter years, I wear like tights and stuff like that because of the setting that I work in. So in the summer, I usually like to wear leggings or something like that just to have my legs covered at work. So yeah, I can't wait to make that Anna, man. I was gonna try to make the Anna today and throw it out there for y'all, but this week has been so busy, and then I totally forgot that I work tomorrow. So this is like a short week for me. Even though the Anna dress is a super quick sew I hear, I just didn't have it in me today, so I'm sorry. But you know when I make it, I'm gonna come back and show you. You ain't gonna miss it. Anyway, she also has a beautiful skirt that everybody has been making. It's and I like it because it reminds me of like back in the day when they used to have like a skirt called the prairie skirt. It reminds me of that. But her skirt is a nice flowy skirt with two, you can change it up if you want to. It's like it has a ruffle bottom, but the ruffles go up and they create arches, which are actually like splits, openings. You know, I'm going to put this up so you can see what I'm talking about. But I love the sweetness of that dress. It's just so sweet and endearing and cute and flirty, and I love cute and flirty. And so is the Anna dress. It's cute and flirty. The skirt is called the Jameson. The dress is called the Anna. And they're both super cute patterns. And that's the last pattern that I have to share with you guys. And again, there's way more pattern designers out there that I have not even mentioned that you will find in the list if you visit Natural Dane's website. Again, I'm going to leave a link down there so you can check it out. I believe there's So Explicit patterns. Gosh, what's the name of the one? I can't remember them. But there's a lot of them because I even have a pattern from So Explicit Patterns. And she just came out with two nice new dresses and a pants, I believe. She came out with like a pants and shirt, and I think she just came out with a dress. It's kind of like off the shoulders and something else. But she has beautiful patterns too. But check out that list. Be sure to go by So Natural Dane. Check out that list. Check out that list. I can't stress enough. Check out that list because there's some incredible designers on that list. And you're going to want to hit some of them up and make some of those patterns. So I hope this was wonderful for you guys. I hope it was informative for you guys. And like I said, if I left out some good people, please drop them down in the comments. Because like I said, I love looking for people and patterns that I can just get into and buy them. I love buying sewing patterns because I like trying new things. As long as they're size inclusive, I will purchase it. So just let me know in the comments anybody that comes to mind that you think I should be looking into so I can pick them up too. And if you have any other comments to share, please feel free to. You know this is a space where we share because sharing is caring. But anyway, until next, guys, as always, it is a pleasure linking up with you guys and talking. And I hope everybody has an incredible Juneteenth holiday. Let's remember to support each other. We're only as strong as our community. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. So, you know, stay connected. Don't forget to turn on your notifications, share, like, and if you haven't subscribed already, please think about doing so. So, until next time, guys, stay so happy. Bye.